Well, I think that's also a key factor. I think that's a key factor in almost everybody. This is probably why Pastor Rice just have these seminars. Nobody knows the law. Now, I don't have time to go to a 10-year school to get my Jewish doctorate. So how am I going to know what's my rights?
One of the things that we do, in your case, what you're saying is if you want to get back into court anytime, something happens and you need to be back in court, the parents, the guardian ad litem, or CPS worker can ask for an immediate hearing and you have to file a document. If your attorney refuses to file the document, that's one of the things that we help you to do. We will not do the document for you. We will help you to do a document, take it down to the court, file it for an immediate hearing. If there's something that happened in the court that you didn't understand, you need a rehearing, then you file that document. The attorney should do it for you. We assist you with the documentation, and we're telling you that there is such a thing as filing for immediate hearing. We will know that kind of information and direct you, but you have to do it. It's an uphill battle. But again, Radian's already said, there's a way to do things. If you alienate everyone, including the judge, when you go into court, you will get no sympathy. So even if you have an advocate with you, it'll be an uphill battle and one that you'll probably lose.
Document and being punched.
Yeah, and then to get back to Ivan's question about how they have to, you have to take the time to read all the laws. I mean, you almost have to be in some ways your own lawyer yourself. Although you hire an attorney to do all this stuff for you, you still have to read the stuff to make sure that he is actually doing his job. And that's just with everything, not just with, because you have a child in there. You still have to, in everyday use, you still have to understand the law, what you can and can't do. I mean, I'm involved in condo management, and I have to know 514A and B. I read it from time to time again, because you forget, so even reading this, I was like, wow, I didn't realize that, So it's really reading all revised statutes that apply to what you're trying to do. Just take a highlighter, take a pen, and just write notes. So that when you're in front of your attorney, you're saying, but this says this, can you explain this, why, so that he knows that you're on it, that you're understanding, and you're a part of helping to get the child back. Not just saying, hey, you attorney, I hired you to get my child back. So if he knows that you're sincere, you're reading it, you're knowledgeable, and you understand it.
Yeah, to expound on Raylene's comment, these lawyers, they've got, you are not the only case. They've got hundreds of cases that they got to deal with, and other irate people they have to deal with is probably worse than you. So when you're going to come up with just like, I want this, they're going to shut you down. They don't care. If you know the law, and you say, according to chapter 5, where it is 7, section, whatever, subsections, whatever, it states this. And you got it in black and white. You ask them, why are they doing this? Now they're realizing you're doing your homework. You're not as dumb as everybody else that they have to deal with, okay? Because we're not, okay? If you can read, you can look it up. And that's what we need to do. And I think what I was trying to get at is where can we get the law? If you can go to the library, you can't check it out because they got photocopies. You can go to the library. It's already updated. By the month of October, they have the updated books come up. You can go there and just check it up yourself. It's also on the internet. If you have internet access, go on the internet. You can go there too and look it up. I think that's the same place, if I'm not mistaken. You can go to the same place.
The library.
Is it on judiciary? Is it on judiciary?
No, I think it's at Hawaii.gov.
Hawaii.gov. You get legislation, there's judiciary there, but you want the legislation.
Yeah, but what if I just want to reinstate to go back to courts, to go to court? Actions, that's all I'm doing. to appeal the case again.
You're asking for a rehearing. How long is the case? Is the child's?
Well, you know what they did is that the attorney told me to find another attorney. At that time, they didn't say that there was going to be like a block where they was going to end it already. You know what I mean? Where, you know, they're giving me so much time. So when I went again for voluntary legal services, they told me it was too late already for me to get
Too late to do what?
It was too late for me to reinstate the case so I can go back to court to appeal the case. That's what they said. Yeah.
Well, we're gonna take their word for it, because we
Yeah.
haven't seen your case.
Yeah.
So we don't know when it got closed. They probably have the paperwork, they don't know when it was closed. And
But that's what
when
they
it
see instead of
closed, I think
computer, yeah,
it's
at the time, yeah.
30 days, you have to file something.
30 days, within 30
You have
days.
30 days to file something.
Oh, so you can go back and reinstate it.
Yeah, but if it's past the
Yeah.
30 days,
Right,
it's
right.
almost hard to do anything unless you find something totally illegal and constitutionally broken.
Well, the only thing I can say is that my attorney didn't say nothing to me, just told me to go find another court, another attorney.
If you have more evidence, new evidence, something that can be presented to the court. In effect, as we
Like the
asked
medical
Miley,
case, like what you were saying
Yeah,
involving my medical,
according to
yeah,
what
that kind of.
Miley
I do
was saying
have
this
that.
morning,
Yeah,
if your child is still a minor
right,
and has not been adopted, there's still a chance, although very, very, very slim. So you need to file something, but you need to have new evidence. You need to say, this happened in the court and I never understood until now that this happened to me and I lost my child. But I never understood. You need to have that evidence.
yeah, at that time when I was.
No, you need to have that available now to present to the court.
Okay, I need that evidence now.
You need to have new evidence, something that's never been said in the court before. Have your parental rights been,
They terminated it.
they terminated?
Yeah,
your-
they terminated, yes, yeah.
Okay.
And so when I went to appeal,
How long
I had
ago
a
was-
chance, but the attorney wouldn't let me go right
How long
after.
ago was that?
It was just a while ago, you know, last year.
Last year?
Yeah, it was sometime last year. And he just called me sometime last year.
Are
and
you
told me,
visiting
yeah.
your child still?
Well, I wanted to do visitations, yes. That's what my work.
No, are you
therapist
visiting?
told me.
You haven't visited your child in a year?
No, for a long time I haven't. I haven't got visitations or anything.
Probably you will not succeed. You know, as Christians, we believe this way. You have not because you ask not.
I did pray about it.
No. That's not what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
You gotta go and file something in the court and ask.
Yeah,
And if they file it and then they deny it,
okay.
or if they give you a hearing,
Mhm.
that the judge could deny the hearing altogether, and then you have nothing to stand on. But if you don't present it, ask for a hearing, then you will not
How
get
can you
any.
ask for a paper for visitations? I mean, how can you?
You gotta go before the judge.
Gotta go before the judge for ask for visitations, okay. So what if I've been calling the judge and you call the judge this past 2
Okay,
weeks?
you cannot call the judge.
Okay.
The only way you're gonna present anything before the judge is in writing. You gotta present a motion.
Mhm.
You have to present a motion.
Okay.
I would recommend that you have an attorney, because the thing
Yeah,
has
that's what I
gone
was
so
gonna,
far.
that's what, yeah, we already did that. I went down to Legal Aid Society already, and they told me to just make an appointment. So, yeah. This past
They
week.
can better advise you about that, but I would think if they told you it was too late, probably it is.
Well, the other two ladies, the lady told me, don't worry, you can try again. And then the other man told me that, okay, well, so he just went ahead and did the thing and just said, so I told him, you know, about my attorney, so he just gave me my FCS number. And that's it. Yeah.
I don't think, probably not very much you can do, but try, ask, because if you don't ask, the answer is no.
Well, they told me that in the intermediate court appeal, they told me like this, that I can fight the case today. It wasn't over yet. It's just that, you know, it wasn't over. It was not over yet.
But you should have the final,
The attorney will let me go, yeah, so that's why.
you should have the final
Yeah, so it
paper
wasn't
saying that the
over.
case is
Yeah.
closed.
Mhm.
If you don't have final papers saying that the case is closed.
Yeah, I don't have a paper saying that
No,
the
no, no,
front
no.
case is closed, yeah.
You understand, your attorney should have that paper.
Oh, okay.
If he says that the case is closed and he
Yeah.
presents that paper to you, which you have a right to have,
Okay,
but don't just call him, put it in writing.
okay.
That way you get your emotion out of it,
Uh-huh.
put it in writing.